Good morning. Good. At least you all are awake. At the outset, I offer my sincere pranams to His Holiness Sri Sri Shivaratri Deshikendra Mahaswamiji, and I'm happy to introduce today's speaker, Dr. Kishore. He is head of the department and professor of psychiatry at JSS Medical College and Hospital, JSS Academy of Higher Education and Research. He was awarded National Fellowship of the Dr. Ramachandra and Murthy Foundation Early Career Professional. He was invited guest faculty, AMIST University, Malaysia. He was JSS University delegate to Mayo Clinic, Rochester, United States of America. He was awarded 11th International Neuropsychiatry Association Award. He was editor and founder member India's first monthly newsletter on psychiatry, Minds, for doctors and medical students since 2011. He has published more than dozen books and chapters in different medical specialties and books for public, including few in Canada. He has published papers in national and international journals, more than 150 publications, including. Give him a big round of applause. It's not easy. Those in collaboration with SJC, RV Engineering College colleagues. He is academic lead of IJPM and Digital Journal of Clinical Medicine. He has ventured into development of mobile app SAFL. He is currently involved in DST, DBT, ICMR research projects worth 2 crore that includes cognitive sciences and artificial intelligence. He has conducted over 200 seminars, symposium, workshops, including at our institute, SJCE, NIE, and RVCE. He is guide to many PhD scholars that includes from SJCE also, MD residents and other postgraduates from SJCE. He is invited resource person to All India Radio, FM 91.2 and Doordarshana Kannada. He was chairperson of National IPS Teachers Forum. He is closely associated with JSS Dial Book Clubs, Nature Conservation, Public Health and Education. We are happy to have you here, sir. I request Shubha ma'am to welcome, sir. Sir, you can start.
Seeking the blessings of His Holiness. I'm immensely happy to be part of this foundation course or induction program for one of the most prestigious institutions in this part of the world. Very interestingly, you and me belong to same family. Which family? JSS family. To make things better, now your institution and my institution is guided by the same group of people. Dr. Suresh, who is heading some of the things at the SJC and your JSS Science and Technology University, is also heading as a pro chancellor at the JSS Academy of Higher Education and Research. So you can imagine that how close we are. And I have too many friends in your institution. I can name many of them. But what is very fascinating about this podium is, do you know that where I'm standing, where you are, this is a place where Nobel laureates have come? Do you know that? The Nobel laureates in physics, when the University of Mysore centenary celebration was there, they came here for a talk. So I was fascinated to see Nobel laureates. This gentleman who came here played a significant role in development of imaging things for radiology. When you go for X-ray, MRI, CT, you hear some names. This gentleman was here. So when I saw this stage, I was very happy. Just remember, 10 years or 20 years later, if you are here as Nobel laureate, we will be immensely proud. Hodalwa? So you can think what can happen through your energy, enthusiasm in this institution. And some of my friends, you may not know many, But I have worked with your faculty. I have worked with Dr. Mahanand. I have worked with Vanishri. I have worked with, I think, Harish when we had the Indo-US collaboration. So I seem to have a lot of friends. Now Dr. Hema, Dr. Bindu, these are all new addition, and I met Skanda in the morning. So slowly or surely we work. And do you know there is something called incubation center in your institution? Yes. So I have worked in that for a company called as Enhance ED. It's a educational startup. So I had some memories of coming here working with Datta. So a lot of memories with this institution. Today's program is not about taking notes. It's more about interactive session. How many of you are from Mysore? Raise your hands. Oh, ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿಯವರೇ. ದೊಡ್ಡ ಗ್ಯಾಂಗ್ ಇದೆ. That's how many from Bangalore? Great. Okay, how many from North India? Very nice, very nice. Fantastic. So I am going to take you through this interactive session. I want you to interact. Is that okay with you? Agboda? All of you will interact? Great. So, can I change? Yeah. Yes. Okay. Okay. So, how many of you had food? Raise your hand. Very good. Wow, wow. Very nice. Very nice. So, this talk is about what can happen when we are stressed. Is it okay? So, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions. Just look at the scenarios and you can tell us what is this stress and what happens with the management of stress. Now, whenever we have this question about stress, there are too many things. How many of you feel stressed right now? You should ask that last boy. See, he is very stressed. He's already in his mobile phone. Okay, life is always like that. For some people, it is not stressful, some people. And I'm always interested in the backbench boys. You know, tomorrow they will turn out to be different. I'm very happy with that. So, life is very stressful for various reasons. And imagine that your loving mother is serving you your favorite food. Is it stressful? No. Because you are getting what you have asked, you are demanded, and mother is just giving you. We are really happy. Now, suppose same scenario, your mom is serving your favorite food, but you have high fever. What will happen to you? You become uneasy, isn't it? It's your favorite food, and you can't eat it because you have severe fever. Let's say your mother is serving you a favorite food, and you have to attend internal examination in 1 hour. What happens? It's become difficult. Either it will be stressful for you or the teachers. These days, the faculty will be extremely stressful the moment you enter. You don't know what kind of answers will come out of this. So it is a very difficult situation. You are eating your favorite food, but they are drilling a bore well, and the whole dining hall is shaking. What will happen? You become upset. You can't eat peacefully. Okay, it's just a bore well sound, but it irritates. Isn't it? You are eating your favorite food, somebody screams and says from your neighbor, somebody has fallen unconscious. Now, what do you do? You can't leave the food, you can't go out. You don't know what to do. Whether you should run and help someone or peacefully eat your food. So, this is another reason. You are eating your favorite food. You know, in advance thing, we have to send SMS to your parents. And the SMS has come that you have failed in the exams. Now you will see your other face of your mother. One moment she is serving the food, another moment she is bashing you. You can't taste it, you can't throw it. Isn't it? That is the extremes of you are having your favorite food. There's a drainage problem. It is stinking. If you can't even swallow one morsel of food because the smell is awful, isn't it? It's disgusting. So then what happens? You become uneasy, isn't it? You are eating your favorite food and suddenly the table collapses. It's a glass table. This problem in the way they have attachment and it just pours out. And your parents shout at you that you should only clean. So all your favorite food is on the ground. Whether you have used your Swiggy or Zomato, it is there on the ground now. So it becomes extremely distressful. You are eating your favorite food. Your father, who is fully drunk, comes in and starts to scream. Okay? Your father, your brother, somebody who is fully drunk. Now what can you? You can't eat it. It's a nice food. Your mom is serving it, but you are listening to a person who is using all the foul language in the world and is in a fully intoxicated state, drunk. Then what happens? He quarrels with your mom and this and all. You can't eat. So this becomes extremely difficult. Let's say you are eating your food and your friends and family members always tease you as you are a fat. So you look all very slim now, but over a period of time, you will become uneasy if somebody says you are quite a fat fellow. How will you ever eat a favorite food? Isn't it? So there are numerous ways which tells us about what is a stressor. Do you agree with me now? Is there anything specific about stressor? No, because it varies from individual to individual. What is a stressful for you is not stressful for somebody else. So this is the whole aspect of stress, and that's why we are now talking about it every day. There is some aspect which will be very uneasy for us to do. Now, most of the time, when people wanted to look at what this stress is, they thought it is so non-specific response. For some, stress causes problem in memory. Some it causes problem in writing. For some, it is palpitation. For some, it is headache. The response is so unspecific. It varies from individual to individual. That is the stress. And stressor is any agent. There is nothing for some people, exam is a stressor. For some people, college itself is a stressor. Some people moving are headache. Some people without mobile phone is a big stressor. So it is so different from one to another. Now, very interestingly, if you look at, all of us have evolved from animals. Do you know that? Has it come in your school that we have evolved from the animals? So by instinct, we follow only two rules. What is it? You either fight or you run away. Fight or flight. Okay. That's how the whole evolution of human beings are. When you are in a stress, either you fight or you are flight. Now, this is what happens in most of the scenario that we either cope up with that or we succumb to it. And this session is all about what can be done and what do we understand by this process. There are many different aspects. Now we are trying to build artificial intelligence. We are working with one project which has come to us from SJC, and we are collaborating I don't know what your stage and what your phase of life is. I told them that why don't you all make a small group? Okay. Can you see that they have made a small group? Only you sit. I'm not going to sit there. And in each group or five or six students, they among themselves they used to tell what is making their life sad. That's a discussion. Each person talks about why they feel upset, what kind of uneasiness happens to them, and there is one person in the group who will allow the people to talk in the particular time frame. Okay, and once they talk about what they feel as sad, then each of them should tell what is that they are doing to make their life better. How are they coping up with sadness? What do they do? What happens? So, very surprisingly, we found that students themselves can handle their own distress if you allow them to have their own groups. Okay, it's a very simple strategy. So, this group of students they publish their work, what they can do in institution. It's a very nice approach called as adapted group approach in sadness. So, they had so many strategies which are unique to them. So when you have a very group of friends who are talking about similar, you can only end up. And that's how your smile on the face is one way to handle what? Stress. That's one way. Now, what we have found, the best way of coping with stressor is that you should always have a strategy to share your happiness. See, most of the time we want to share the answer sheet during internal exams. You want to do everything for your friend next. All through the career, all through your course, you wouldn't have cared about that friend. Okay. Some friends are always nagging. They say, you college sarila, it's sarila, uta sarila, canteen sarila, road sarila. They are the unhappy bunch. They don't have anything positive about life. Okay. But to make your life better, one of the best thing is that you should have talk at least 10 things which makes you happy. Try it. Once you make it, it will become a habit. Before you say a negative thing, say 10 things positive. See, share some good things because you share, and don't share it in Facebook and WhatsApp. Share it when you meet. That's the best strategy for the things. The other thing which we have found is very, very useful for stresses. What is it? Help others. That's the easiest thing you do. Some is very good in technical aspects, somebody is fantastic in writing notes, somebody is very good in leadership skills, somebody is extraordinarily well in communication skill. So what is that person can do is that you can help the other. How many days it takes for you to become senior? How many days? 365 days, you are already senior. Okay, another into 4, you're outside the college. You can imagine what you people can do for your juniors. How do you do what you do for your batchmates across different specialties? So one of the best strategy for stressor is that you help each other. That's the best way to handle stress very early for all things, whether it is relationship, whether it is academics, whether it is project. Start start the earlier you begin, the easier it takes for you to enter into this domain. The next strategy is about anybody? Never grow up. See, the worst thing in life is what is it? You become adults. You take away the whole joy of life. And I want to remind you, how many of you are aware Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam was the Emeritus Professor of JSS? Do you know? You know? So there are books here. I was extraordinarily lucky because in this campus they had organized a program where Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam he had come. So I was really thrilled, and Dr. Mahanand had reserved a seat for me, and I sat listening to him. You can see his silky hairs and his everlasting smile. And he used to come once a year to JSS. So one day he came to um, Sharda Vilas College of Pharmacy. You know Sharda Vilas? How many of you know Sharda Vilas? Very good. So they had centenary celebration, and a huge podium was there for Abdul Kalam, and all people were waiting near the podium. He had entered the gate. For 30 minutes, he did not come to the stage. So everybody was surprised. Between the gate and the podium, where was he? So this Abdul Kalam was standing in front of Nadaswara. People were playing the Nadaswara or Shahnai, and he was mesmerized. So he stood like a child listening to them. So people waiting here were surprised, making all arrangement. He was like a child standing there listening to the music. If you can imagine a president, a scientist, a Bharat Ratna awardee being like a child, then just imagine how much of that can would have helped him to be like a person who handles all the stress. Okay. And the other gentleman, you should see, he also has come to JSS, Dalai Lama. Have you heard about Dalai Lama? Yesterday they have released one book, very nice book called as Compassion. What does he think about compassion? And they invited him to University of Mysore, and they wanted to give him some gift. So they gave him a watch at the University of Mysore. You know what he said? So when he was a child, the United States president came to him to meet in Tibet. Okay, I think Ronald Reagan. So he does not remember anything. But this US president had gifted him watch. So the US president for 30 minutes spoke something he can't remember, but he remembers the small gift he got. He was fascinated. He was laughing that I did not even care about the US president when I had something in my hand. So these are the people who tell you that never ever grow up. What you should never do? Grow up. If you are like a child, life is bindas. If you become adult, it's horrible. Okay, that's why we always come to the first year induction program, because we can connect with a fresh blood. Okay, you come with a lot of energy. It's easy to work with you people than others. So the best bet on handling stress strategy is, what is it? You should have a sense of humor. What do you mean by humor? Anyone? You laugh at somebody, no? Is it humor? You laugh at others, you make fun of others. Is that humor? You should make fun of yourself. Whenever I come to SJC, they have usually given me an elephant. It's a wooden elephant I have taken. I'm really happy because my friends say, "In hottenu hangede, in kododu hangede." So your tummy is also like that. That's why they wherever you go, they give the elephant. So this is how you make the fun of yourself. See, all through the life, just remember that when you make fun of yourself, things will be better. Okay, that's the best way to beat the stress in your life. What's another best bet? Anybody? Forgiveness. Whom should you forgive? Yeah, good. Whom should you forgive? We listen to a lot of parents, they say, ಯಪ್ಪ ನನ್ನ ಮಗನ ನನಗೆ ನಾಲ್ಕು ಊದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹೊಡೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ನಿನ್ ಜೊತೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ಮಾತಾಡಲ್ಲ. To whom? To the father and the mother. ಎಷ್ಟು ದಿನದಿಂದ ಮಾತಾಡಿಲ್ಲ? 6 ತಿಂಗಳಿಂದ ಮಾತಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. They are very angry, they are very upset. They don't even forgive their parents. This is a new trend. What do they do when they are very, very upset with the parents? You know what? Have you heard about your batchmates? What do they do when they are upset with the parents? The new trend is remove them from WhatsApp group. Block the parents from the WhatsApp. Okay, that's a simple strategy, and the parents are lost. I don't know why my son has done this. Okay, this is a new trend. So they get to realize something has gone wrong the time the child has deleted them or taken off them from the WhatsApp and the Facebook and the Instagram. That's a new trend, and people are fascinated with this new way of expression of anger within the families. Remember, forgiveness is a quality of the God. The moment you forgive, there is a God in you. Devil was already there. Don't worry about it. But getting a God is not an easy task. And people have really looked about stressors in life. The moment people forgive, either in Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, or a person sitting next to you, they have found stress has dropped. Is it easy to forgive somebody? Raise your hands. How many of you think it's easy? Very nice. See, 92, 98% of them don't think it is easy. Okay. It's extremely difficult task. It's not easy. But the moment you make an effort, half of your stressors are manageable. Just forgive. It's the best strategy to handle your stress. Oh, this you can tell me. What is it? The best way to handle what? Friends. How many friends should be there in life? 100, 200, 500, 400, 600, 1000, 2000? How many? One best friend. Okay. How many of you have friends? Raise your hands. How many of you have friends? Oh, good. Everyone has friends except a couple of them. Okay. They're finding their friends now. So, very interestingly, we did one small study. Okay. We asked all people who have friends, no, 200, 400, 500 friends, in their Instagram, Facebook, and their WhatsApp, they should put the status as I am sick and I have fever. What is the status? Then we asked them, how many of you have received a call from them? What do you think? All emojis, crying emojis, sleeping emojis, thumbs up, thumbs down. Nobody called them. They did not receive one call. Okay. Why? They have never connected with the friends. See, it is not about 500, 600. You should have at least four or five friends. And friendship is like an investment in the bank. How many of you like investments? Very good. See, one bank which gives you a lot of return is friendship bank. You should invest every day in friendship. Okay. And it is only in the long term you will get the returns. Never think that today you have invested tomorrow. We have come across many friends. ನಿನ್ನೆ ನೀನು ಕೊಡ್ಸಿಲ್ವಾ ಇವತ್ತು ನೀನು ನಾನು ಕೊಡ್ಸು. I have given you something, it's better you give now. So you see here, that's me in a blue. Can you see? Okay, these are my friends for last 25 years. Okay, 25 years. Imagine you heard in my CV that overnight they sent me to United States, they sent me to Malaysia. I am the person who has never gone out of the country. I told my friends, look, they have asked me to go to United States, they have asked me to go to America, then Malaysia and all. You know, all my friends, five of them, 11 o'clock night, they were near my home to take me to airport. Dropped me at the Bangalore airport in the middle of the night. When I came back, 3 o'clock at the airport, they were waiting for me. See, all these friends, I did not tell them, I did not request. See, one of my friend works in a showroom as a manager. Another friend is in commercial sales. The other friend is in army. He comes only once a year and all. But 25 years they have stood. So you imagine how much time you have given for your friends. Okay. The worst thing and the stressor is life is that people are not investing in what? Friends. All friends are online. Nobody is in person. Everybody, 2,000, 5,000, 6,000 followers are there. Not a single friend to listen, talk, meet, this and all. That's the worst thing. Remember, life is extremely stressful if you don't have friends. That's one thing you should, and have a really good friends. Okay, not those who come in the last minute of your project and they want to help you to manipulate everything. They want to kill your life. Okay, they tell you all the things where the question paper will come. They have outright objective. Spoil this fellow. Okay, so think about really good friends. See, we had huge discussion. Everybody wants a relationship. A boy needs a girl needs a boy, and all. They get confused. By first year, first month, second year, second month, they have problem. What is the difference between friendship and relationship? Friendship is something you have to invest for years together. Okay. There is a lot of honesty, dedication for immediate goals. They want you to try something which you have come for. You came to this institution so that you can do the best of the education, isn't it? Sometimes they end up with virtual relationships. The girl is in Canada, the boy is in this, and they don't even know who is the boy or a girl because they act, they talk, they show the image of a boy or a girl. Lot of issues has come with a boy sending a girl or a girl sending a boy the intimate photos, sending the photos because they are close friends. Once you put anything in the Facebook, WhatsApp, or Instagram, it's out. It's gone forever. You have thought that it has gone to your friend. No, no, no. It was just gone out. So remember, whenever you have this problem to distinguish between friendship and relationship, you should take a break and relook what exactly are you talking about. Who is this friend? Who is this relationship? Okay. So there is a lot of maturity which comes with age. Okay. So you need to see when you are seeing a relationship, is there a match of interest? Do you like what you are interested in? How long do you know that person? What are your things? Have you fulfilled some of your responsibilities? That is the stable things for relationships. So I want you to consider because one of the main stressor in academic thing is that they end up with problems in relationships. All breakups and breakdowns. What is it? What's the best way to beat the stress? If you want to bunk, mass bunk. See, it's a very problematic area for teachers if one or two students come. You can't say no, you can't do the class. So always work team. This is one thing which Dr. AP Abdul Kalam told us. The whole era of single hierarchy is gone. He told it is in this stage. Work as a team. And who is a team? Everyone is part of the team. You know, my background is from medical science. I was acclaimed and I was really happy. People talked about me because we came together from the medical background and engineering background and we came up with our own app. I'm going to talk about my app. I wouldn't have done it because it is not there in my biodata at all to work for development of applications. But my friends did it. I had to give the idea, they thought about it. Okay. So teamwork is so important beyond barriers. Somebody is in America, somebody is sitting in Tumkur, somebody is from West Bengal, somebody is from the Northeast. You can build amazing things just by what? teamwork. Bring the best of the ideas in the team. So just remember, it's very easy and less stressful when you have a team. Build a team. That will take you a long, long time. What do you do with the stress? What? So get up. All of you stand up. Ah, now you are looking cheerful. Morning session. Great, great, great. Give a good round of applause for yourself. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Sit. Gathering time is all about going to canteen, going to places, visiting things. Okay, not in the virtual reality. In actual life, you should go. Okay, take a breaks whenever you have time. It's important for you to take breaks. Find out where you should go, when, how often should you go. That will help you with the stress. Okay, find the gathering time. Okay, that's one of the best ways to handle your thing. What's the best way bet for stress handling? Be extremely proud of yourself. You may not be Elon Musk, but you are you. Who knows, 10 years down the lane, people will remember you, not that guy. Okay. So you don't need to think about anything, but be very confident of who you are. That will redefine. This institution will now be attached to the words you have. You have some logo on this, you have some the ID card. Tomorrow the institution will recognize, no, no, he is our alumni. This boy, this girl was from this college. So they will be extremely proud of you. So just remember, when you are confident, you will handle things much better. Think about it. What can be done? How it can be done? What do you do with when you think about stress? Always respect the weak. Who is this weak? Where is he? They are everywhere. Okay, whether the attender in your department, whether your juniors who are going to come to this institution 1 year later, a person who does not know how to write the way you write, a person who does not know how to complete the project the way you complete is a weak person. And you should never ever make fun of them. These are the people who need respect. I think just down the lane there is another institution. Have you seen that institution? Which one is it? And institution of another differently abled. Have you seen? This is one campus. You can in real life see how different their life is and how different your life is. You come in your two-wheeler cars, they will come in their wheelchair. Somebody would have brought them and all. So this life is much better when you have the respect and regard for the people. They come in different color. They are from different caste. They are from different religion. This and all. So you should always remember to beat the stress. Always learn the respect of people. Where do you respect them all the time? What you should do to beat the stress? What you should do? Indulge in yourself. Every week or every day you should have your time, not with a mobile phone. If you love painting, do the paint. If you love the dance, do the dance. If you love trekking, do the trekking. But you should indulge. Every week, every time in a day, you should have something which should be of indulgence. Do something passionately. Okay. And that is one big thing in life so that it will always handle well. Now we were looking at many students who are dull, who are always irritable, who are always upset, who can't find any meaning in anything. Very interestingly, these people don't have hobbies at all. They simply don't have hobbies. Then you ask them what is the hobby, they will say I sleep. What is your hobby? I watch movies. That's a bullshit. Those are not hobbies. They are the one which make your life boring. Okay. Hobbies are the pursuit you start, but sheer joy of doing it in a completely relaxed mode. Okay. You choose. Many have some of the best hobbies are there. I was listening to Sudha Murthy. How many of you have Sudha Murthy? Anybody? Oh, fantastic, fantastic. Sometime in your college union, you should invite her. She will tell you what her hobbies are, what she does, and all. Amazing person. These are the people who indulge in many things which add a lot of value. So, if how many of you have hobbies? Raise your hand. Oh, very good, madam. Please note down. These are bright people. Great. What's the best thing to break the stress? I had a lot of engineering friends. I used to ask ಹೇಗಿದೆ ಲೈಫ್ ಅಂತ ಏನಿಲ್ಲ ಮಗ ಬರೀ ಇಂಟರ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಮುಂಚೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಆಮೇಲೆಲ್ಲ ಆರಾಮ್ ಎಷ್ಟು ದಿನ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ಎಲ್ಲ so they're extremely stressed during the internals. Life is better. This is a wrong strategy. It is actually a foolish strategy. If you indulge in your studies time to time, you can enjoy your life. I remember some of my friends and others during the exam, they used to finish all the nice movies because every day they have invested time. So what is the point in doing extraordinary on the day? They would finish one movie at the matinee or this, some aram se write exams. And these people who have enjoyed every day will be struggling. ಆ ಪೇಪರ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೋ ಇದೆಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೋ ಇದೆಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಬರುತ್ತೋ ಯಾರೋ ಇದಾರಂತಲ್ಲ ಡಿಪಾರ್ಟ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವ್ರು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಂತೆ. So this all networking will happen in those people who are extremely stressed. So the best strategy for stressor is work. Every day you finish your task. You keep your table. You want to do something, finish it. Because on the day of exams, it will be life with us. It's okay. How much you want to do, you can do every. What is this? Be very brave and courageous. I remember this girl, I think 10 years ago, she came to me from SJC. She said, "Sir, we should do something for risk identification." I said, "What do you want to do for risk identification?" She said that why not we analyze all the Twitter messages and pick out those people who have high risk of suicide. And I said at that time, data mining was not that thing. So this girl had a brilliant idea. By sheer messages people put in Twitter, you can pick up whether this person has higher risk of suicide. So this some of the keywords can be automated, and the person will just highlight and say, "Look, these are your tweets. Do you want some help?" That was a brilliant thing. So, uh, this girl, I don't think she even ever thought that this idea can become big one day. And now we are talking about investing so much of money to save people's life. So you imagine for a girl who has hardly any idea thinking about what will happen 10 years later. Amazing, isn't it? So you think about what can be done. If you are brave and very courageous, you will be surprised by the changes you can bring. Fantastic changes. So you should think what is that which is going to. These people have less stress when they are brave and courageous. No, stress is a different take for them. The other thing which people have very less, which actually has to be increased phenomenally, is gratitude. How many of you have gratitude for your parents? Raise your hands. Very good, very good. How many of you have gratitude for your teachers? Okay, very nice batch, madam. They have found gratitude is an independent marker of happiness. Anybody who has gratitude seems to be very happy. Okay, they have a lot of gratitude. It's a gratitude which drives the happiness. Okay, when you are thankful, you are happy. When you are angry with everyone, you are really a pathetic person. It affects the productivity, it enhances the learning. Gratitude is one best hallmark, and you can learn it. Okay. How do you learn? Anybody? How do you learn gratitude? Is it possible to learn? Can you learn? Yeah. How? Excellent. You just thank people. Start learning to thank people, you learn it. Okay. Start doing it. Now, one of the best ways to handle stress is that you should do more than expected. That's a very paradoxical thing I'm saying. Not what is expected. To beat the stress, do more than expected. Sometime when you do more than expected, you will turn out to be very blissful. Okay. I'm going to give you many examples what you can do more than expected in academics, non-academics, many things. Yeah. See, in our institution, nobody asked me ever you should have one library. Not for the textbooks. I'm talking about those 101 books which are not related to textbooks. 7 years back, we said we will have one library. Yeah, okay. And that people thought these people are crazy. They want to have another library which is not for medical textbooks in the hospital. Who the hell is going to read it? That was the time they said. Okay. You know what happened? We started the library. Then Sudhamurthy came to talk about her book. Then S.L. Bhairappa came to talk about his book. Then C.R. Chandrasekhar came. All of these people are Padma Bhushan awardees, Padma Shri awardees. So why would they come to the hospital? They came to the hospital that there's a book. And these people don't talk about medical textbook. They talk about all the books. Today in our hospital, we have four libraries run by the students. They sit in the garden. They start a book club. They go to the dental college. They have another book club. It's amazing. We never thought about it. So you start something, people will hang on to that. So this is one of the things which is happening. And obviously, sports, meditation, yoga are fantastic things. If you have dance, it's even more fantastic. Every day you should have some time for exercise, meditation, spiritual thing, something which should go on. Okay, you should do it for the sheer joy of doing it. They are extremely helpful. Okay, try it out. Try yoga, try meditation, try sports, try dance, but it has to be something which absorbs you much, including music. That's fantastic thing. And the worst thing for the engineering professionals is never come to the course with the money in mind. Never do it. Money will follow you. When you have ideas, when you have dedication, money will just come in. But to we see many students who join the institution, but just because they think that course will give them money, 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 they are very distressed. They are extremely happy. And one of the best movies made on this context is Three Idiots. How many of you watched Three Idiots? You have seen what happens to those persons who are always behind money versus those who don't have any interest, how the money flows for them. So learn in life, one of the worst thing to happen is about money. I was seeing this gentleman who came to me saying that the police department and IT department are behind him and he wanted to kill himself. I asked him why. Why is that this? He said he started a firm and he was helping the people to publish, and his revenue was around 2 crores. What he has done is that he never gave the money to the employees. They have to give some money to the employees. You have to register in the labor law. You have to give them ESI facilities. So this person did not do anything because by giving money to 10 people, he will lose the revenue. He was earning 2 crores. Now they found out this person has not done. They have put a fine of 2 crores and they want him to ensure that he gives the money. So he was extremely distressed. He said he wants to end life. I asked him, how much is the fine? He said 2 crores. How much is the revenue you have done? 2 crores. For peace of mind, give that 2 crores penalty. You will be happy, you will live for another 10 years. Suddenly he realized that it doesn't make any sense by killing himself. Pay the penalty, live the life. Okay, so don't be money monger all the times. That's very stressful in your life. This you can tell me. What's the most important stress for all of you? Which one? The dog belt in your pocket. Okay, mobile phones are the worst thing which has come to make our life more miserable. I have never heard this word vacuum. In the last 10 years, I am listening students and young people telling me, life ಒಂಥರ vacuum ಆಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ. Why? Because all the time you are on the phone, watching, seeing, having friends, eating, everything, life becomes extremely bored. Because we are not the people who are made to have the interaction with the mobile phone 24 into 7. Higher the usage, more distress. You can tell this person is very irritable, very difficult to handle because all the time he is in the mobile. Very uneasy, very irritable. So you should decide about how much time you want to keep for yourself. What is the duration recommended? Anybody? How many hours can you use your screen per day? 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hours, 6 hours, 10 hours, 12, 24, 24? How many hours? How many hours you people are using? 4, 7, 10, 6? See, the guidelines say anything beyond 3 hours and above is going to be problematic. You should have limited to 3 hours. Okay. This 3 hours is difficult to manage. I want to tell you, it's not at all easy because everything happens on the phone, movies, friends, everything. But the moment you start handling your smartphone, you are likely to become much smarter in life. You should think how to make yourself smart away from the screen time. So I hope SJC has wonderful campus. You will have lot of opportunity. I remember some of my friends who come all the way from medical college to your campus for basketball. That is something I have heard. We don't have a swimming pool, but you can recommend. How many of you want swimming pool? Oh, madam. Okay. They can also become investors. Okay. All their pocket money you should ensure in crowdfunding. So, uh, how many are non-Mysoreans? Those who are not from Mysore. Oh my God. Oh, good. Mysore is fantastic city. You name, you have it here. You have best clubs, best trekking groups, best nature watching groups. I have a couple of them mentioned. This Mysore Nature Org is fantastic organization which conducts walks in Mysore. They take you to the lakes, they take you to the hills. They also have another group called as Man, which takes you trekking whenever you want. You can opt in, opt out. There is no thing, and you have some of the best art and theater in Mysore. If you want to learn, best go. Amazing photography clubs are there. I know a very dedicated group on spiders in Mysore. They are really doing well. I never knew that so many things about spiders, and they have this group called as Saliga. So you can imagine Mysore will give you opportunities. 4 years of your graduation, you can do fantastic things in Mysore. Okay. So I want you to look and find out because students, if they know the avenues, they will opt. We should allow them to opt for it. So I believe that you will have a lot of opportunity for this. At JSS, we ourselves have many clubs. In the medical college, we have photography club, we have book club, we have cycle club, we have M plus club. Clubs are run by them. We don't supervise. Yeah. So you choose. If there's no club, you start the club. That's the best thing to do. And it's a different world. Being in a club is a different world. And I'd recommend that you choose what clubs you want to join and make it. Now, remember this sentence. I'm going to tell you carefully. Taking help is a sign of strength. When you are in distress, always take help. Never hesitate. There is nobody called as weak. There is nobody called as strong. Okay. When you are angry, when you are upset, when things are not moving, personal, professional, any issue, no, it is always a sign of strength when you take what? Help. This is the 24 into 7 helpline in all languages. They have released in 11 languages. What is the phone number? 14416. 24 into 7 confidential in your regional language. They are there, they have been trained. It's by the government, but they are doing fantastic job. If you find that you are in a miserable situation, don't hesitate to take help. They have gone one step further and they have allowed you to access some of the best doctors in India through e-Sanjeevani, free, at your hostel, at your room, at your house. You log into eSanjeevani, you choose which doctor. You want to meet a psychiatrist, you want to meet a physician, you want to meet a pediatrician, direct, free of cost. Okay. So just note down these things. When you are angry, upset, when you feel death wishes, you are addicted to some substance, you are in a messed up sexual relationships, never ever hesitate to take help. They are available. Okay. And remember, boys and girls, taking help is sign of strength. Remember that. So choose to take help when you have problems, and your life will be saved. You will never know how much this is going to be helpful on this. So these are the thing. E-Sanjeevani and Telemanas is one thing which can be tried. Now, this is one area of great concern. How many of you have heard about suicide? Raise your hands. Okay. How many of you heard about suicide in your family or your friends? Raise your hands. Very nice, very nice. Remember, among this population of 18 to 40, suicide is extremely high in Indian context. Okay. And very simple rules is that if there is a family history, if there is a separation, recent rejections, alcohol use, ganja, use of poor coping skills, these are terrible things. They can align. This boy or a girl might be smiling, but if he has these risk factors, without even telling you, they would have done it. Okay. So this is some which was striking in Mysore. For every year, for every 1 lakh population, there are 350 suicide attempts. You can imagine around 60 to 70 suicides. It's phenomenally high for a city like Mysore, but this is a trend in southern India, all of these states. Now we have done many things. One of the things we did under the Pro Chancellor's guide was a very simple app in Android. We are working with iOS. It's a very simple app. It's called Self Assessment for Life. You can download for free. It is just 1.8 MB. We have now upgraded to 2 MB. Very simple. What we have done is that within few minutes you can identify yourself or your friend who has higher suicide risk. No personal information. I'm going to tell you how it appears. Once you download, you will see this. Life is precious. You have to take the thing. It will ask for gender, age, marital status, and couple of things, and it will give you automated messages. One, if the message is take help urgently, that means risk is high. Okay. It's easiest thing to try it on your family members and friends whenever you think that this is a possibility. Now, once you know that risk is high, the three words will come either take help urgently taking help is important, or take help when required. Take help when required means low risk. Okay. Now, what do you do when you have this is that directly it gives access to the helplines. You can immediately take the all helplines, free helplines, everything. LGBT community, alcohol, Kisan, the farmers, all helpline. No internet is needed. You can just give a dial, free. Okay. Then, if you don't know, you want a consultant, you can connect to the consultant of your city. For example, you are from Delhi. You choose Delhi and choose the doctor. You can take online consultation. Three, in this, we also built what you can do directly connecting it to World Health Organization. If you want to do something from your hand, do it. Then Suresh sir also told us that you can do some books. So we introduced the books also. We have chosen some books which helps people to rework their life. It connects to Amazon. You can directly buy those books on this. Very simple app. Now you'll be surprised when we mooted this idea in 2016. Uh, in entire India, no doctor was ever trained in suicide risk assessment. You just go to the doctor and you say, somehow I feel like ending my life. The doctor had no knowledge, he was never trained. Now, the National Medical Commission said all 726 medical colleges and 1 lakh 25 doctors should be trained. And this app is helping them now. You see, small things you try, you never know how this will be reflected. So, the National Medical Commission is now using strategies. How do we train this big number of doctors? Because in India, suicide is extremely distressing and common. So I want you to try this and try to see where you can help your friends or family members, sometimes your this boys and the girls, there are a lot of movies, there are a lot of stories why the young people should be using tobacco. Okay. I hope when you use this book, which is the favorite book you use to write, which is the book, anybody? Which is that book? Writing book? Another next one. Company. Jones. Another. Indian Tobacco Company. Classmate. Your favorite book is from a company called ITC. They come out with Sunfeast. They give you Ashirwad Atta. Okay. They make every movie star to smoke a cigarette. Yesharu ಆಗಿರ್ಲಿ ಅಥವಾ this Mandana, they want her to smoke one cigarette because they know if she does it, you are going to do it. So the whole business of tobacco is let the young people try. All that they want is what is that they want? You should try because out of three, one can never give up smoking for entire life. That's what the beauty of the substance is. Tobacco. Okay, they want to make you feel cool by smoking tobacco using this another Syria advertisement which is coming in TV. What is it? Huh? Vimal. They know all those things. All stars coming. Ajay Devan comes, Shah Rukh Khan comes. Why? They want you to try. The more that you try, they get revenue out of it. Okay, huge profit by sale of tobacco. You have to just try it because you can't give it up for rest of your life. At least one third of you, it generates a lot of revenue. Just remember, smoking, ganja, alcohol. These are substances meant for our brain to get hanged. You'll get struck. That's how the production happens. That's how the chemicals are. And these companies are huge. How much is the turnover of rice in the world? Any idea? The rice you eat, wheat you eat, how many billions? Anybody? You eat the, how many of you eat the rice? Raise your hand. All of you. Wheat. How many? Oh, good, good. It's around 200 to 400 billion dollars. You know how much tobacco? Tobacco usage? 900 billion dollars. Look at the profit. 900 billion dollars is the thing. How many of you watch Hollywood movies? Raise your hands. Very good. For this weekend, you should watch a movie called as The Insider. Amazing movie. Which is the movie? The Insider. Okay. You just watch and see what do you understand from those based on the true story. So nobody talks about it, no? Tobacco and alcohol were one substance which makes men impotent. We run sexual medicine clinic in JSS. You come and listen to us. Look at our patients. All these boys and men who think alcohol does nothing, they have sexual problems. They have serious sexual dysfunctions. They develop erectile dysfunction very young age, even when they smoke 1, 2 cigarettes. How do you know that there is such a big problem? You put on your television at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock, any channel. What do you see at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock in any channel, TV channel? Gupta Samavesh. All people with problem with sexual problems will talk in the TV channels at 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock because huge problem with nobody tells that the boys and men who smoke develop sexual dysfunction. They have problem in erection, they have lack of sperm counts. Nobody tells it because it's a big business for them. For girls, nobody says that when you smoke, when you take alcohol, you become older. You lose the skin luster. You lose your ability to have a child. Why are there so many infertility centers? Because they know that girls have started to take alcohol. The men take alcohol. Why do we need every road having an infertility center? Have you ever thought? You put on the radio channel, there is an advertisement of infertility because they know that boys and girls indulge, and the problem is about not able to have child. They have problem in conceiving. They can't become mothers. They look older by the young age. So the worst thing to do when you are stressed is smoking and alcohol. Ganja. We always be cautious. You want to maintain your skin, you want to maintain your sexual life, stay away. That is the way to blissful life. We have kept 5 points. If you have never tried, don't try. Okay. If somebody tells you, look, you just chill and have some beer or cigarette, just remember, if you have never tried, don't try. Always delay the first experiment. Push it. Second, if you have one family member, brother, uncle, aunt, mother, grandmother who had problem with tobacco chewing, smoking, alcohol, don't try. Why? It is there in your blood. You will have risk. It is there. The genes are there sitting you. They just want to be tapped. If you have a family member who has problem with alcohol or cigarettes, never try. You are going to end up most of the time. Second, never ever try when you are extremely happy or sad. Why? Why you should not try when you are happy or sad? First cigarette or first drink, your brain is not in the stable state. It is going to link. No, the brain is extraordinary because your mind knows when to link with something. If it gets linked with your cigarette and your happiness, finished. You have to be in that state. If you link your beer or whiskey with the happiness state, gone. All your happiness will get linked with alcohol. That's the beauty of the mind. It gets hooked thing. So never do when you are happy or sad. Never hesitate to say no to friends. See, this is one thing we tell you when you want to work with friends. Learn the habit of no. The best bet is if you say no at the first time, you are not likely to be pushed. First day, first meet. Learn to say no when they offer and never hesitate to take help. As I told you earlier, the sign of strength is what? Taking help. Taking help is a sign of strength. So if you have problem with ganja, alcohol, tobacco, any time of your life, take help. You will save many things in thing. Obviously, you are all very smart. You will keep your time. Some people who work with 24 into 7 world over think we have to manage. So you will also learn what is that can be planned, what cannot be planned in a day. Just think for yourself. Are there something you can decide, something you can't decide? Always be realistic. How many of you are realistic in life? Raise your hand. Oh, madam, this is a very good cohort. Some are not realistic, but you'll just see what happens. The best bet is I have seen for many years, there's a golden rule. The person is very honest, humble, lot of human values, too many problems. No? Have you seen this? Very honest, very humble, lot of human values, truth, honesty, and all. Too many problems. Multiple stressor, but these people are extremely happy in their life, long term. Okay. In your college days, you are going to see somebody is very dishonest, does not have any human values, he does not have any problem. But remember, they have long term stress. It is going to strike all through their life. You will not know that this is happening. Okay. So you should choose what is that you want. Do you want honest, humble, high human value life? Or you can choose very dishonest, low human values, face the consequence. Life is a gambit. You choose, and the game begins the way you want. I remember from US client yesterday, she told me she's in a mess. I asked, what is it? She told me, sir, I invested 1.5 crore and I came to this university in USA and I have now issues. I asked, what is the issue? Sir, I was trying to write the exams and I was disturbed and I looked at that side, this side, and other side. The examiner felt that I am trying to cheat and he asked me to come and write the exams again in front of him. Then what did you do? I wrote the exams. Then what happened? There was a lot of discrepancy between the answers I wrote in front of him versus I have written when he was supervising me online. So what he did, he has recommended it to academic honesty committee. She says, I'm ruined. Now I have invested 1.5 crores. Now it goes to academic honesty committee and they have found that I have manipulated my marks just because I was looking for some answers. What do I do? I said, choose what you want to do now. You want to be honest, you be honest. If you want to continue to say a lie, you do it. What do you think will give you peace of mind? She said, sir, it's better I tell the committee that I'm sorry, I have fudged. I looked at the answers in my mobile phone during online exams. But what will happen? They will fail me for 1 year, sir. Then what happens? Maybe I'll work again. Choose it. So, this is the goals of your life. Choose what you want all the time. And all the time we acknowledge most of our stress and in our clinics all these boys and girls who come यहाँ दर्द हो रहा है वहाँ दर्द हो रहा है इसमें दर्द है headache body ache pain in the chest going for cardiology evaluation these are all people who are extremely stressed out because they spend so much of time on the mobile phone, laptops, without any kind of things. They mess up the whole body and they can't concentrate. They have problem in memory. Everybody says in engineering college, याद नहीं आता. If you focus, you will remember. Since you can't focus, there is no question of remembering. Most of the thing extremely moody, angry, very upset. These people, and we help them to understand about not labeling with some disorder, but helping them to understand some conditions like depression. Okay. Can you distinguish the two images? What is sadness? What is depression? Anybody from the girls? Yeah, yeah. Very good, very good. Yeah. So depression means you have sadness, loss of interest, and tiredness for more than 2 weeks, continuously, most of the time. Sadness is any time. Okay, you feel sad, upset, sometimes it goes away. Just like rainy season and rains in any season. Rainy season means continuous. So sadness is one thing which comes, which needs to be addressed. And most of the boys and girls who come to the hospital and clinics, they have problem in concentration. They put on weight. They sleep too much. If you ask senior people who are aged 50 and 60, when they're sad, they can't sleep. When they are young, they sleep too much. So this is a paradox. Why do you eat so much? You eat so much because you feel good about eating. Why do you feel good about eating? Because you're upset, you're sad. So you munch thing. So adolescents eat too much sometimes to gain weight, to lose their interest on many factors because this could be a sign of depression. Some girls lose weight, they can't eat at all. So this is the paradox of young people on thing. Some boys and girls also develop some fears and extremely distressing situations. For a long time, they can't talk about what happens. They feel suspicious. They have problems in many areas. They might have doubts. They want to keep something in very symmetrical order. Many things happens to them. Uh, and obviously, these youngsters also use tobacco and alcohol for most of the time. When you have that very suspicious, fearful anxiety, take help. The best bet is when you are extremely anxious, depressed, take help. That will save lot of time in accidents, in psychosomatic, suicidal thoughts, and other things. This is one thing which creates a lot of issues in the stressful thing. Very rarely we have seen some personalities also. Some people are always getting messed up with others. Okay, they have poor ethics, personality profile. You call it, we call this A personality. This Elon Musk, always hurry, always ambitious, okay, short tempered, irritable. There is nothing called peace in their mind, always on the go. In the thing. There are some lazy people. You don't do any task, always full of excuses. Teachers know that. We get to know this boy, we know this. Needs constant supervision. Some are inefficient because poor skills, they allow the task to pile up. What did you do in second year? Nothing. What did you do in final year? Nothing. Everything is pending. Ensure that he gets less all the time with the problem. So we have pass on and pushers also in the institutions. And there are rules, people. Everything to be done by rules. Everything rule. This rule you have broken. This rule you have not broken. And talkative one. Blah blah blah. Nowadays they use the WhatsApp and the Instagram for this strategy. Uh, and always there are boys in the canteen. We know these people are compulsive canteen seekers. You will find them only in a pleasant state in the canteen. Okay, so just choose to know who is this person, and those people pretending to be busy, especially for parents. Know they know their son or daughter. When I see and look into their room, they are busy. Otherwise, they are in their own mood. So no, no man is there. All that you ask, you will say, no, I can't do. No, I will not do. Everything is like that. Then there are mistake finders. You make anything, they will tell this is a mistake. We have very good students. No matter the first sentence, they will say there's some mistake in your sentence. So you tend to see many kinds of thing, and distancing, distraction, and self-control. When you are stressed, choose this: distancing, distraction, self-control. These are the best strategies you can handle stress, and that is how we always work with new responsibility, coping skills. Choose some better coping skills, and have a hold on this. When you are extremely finding it difficult, just tell someone, I am facing this. I have this problem. Only when you tell, somebody will help you. Many times we think the other person should identify and help us. No, no. You should tell, I am facing this. I need help. And that's how the emotional support comes, bonding comes most of the time in the thing. This is a beautiful video, BBC. So that's the simple thing you have. But we have got good news about what has made people life happier. And you can see this is Bhutan, which is extremely green, 70% lush green. We have India, where the greenery is just 90%. So they have found wonderful studies. The moment people are in green, they feel much calmer and happier. Whereas those people who are always in the concrete jungles, they are always uneasy, stressed. Okay. So there is a very nice study on well-being with materialistic. They took group of people, let's say the girls and the boys, and they started to remove one things from their life. Paradoxically, when they lost some of the items, they start to feel much happier. Okay. Once they give up on many things, the gadgets and other things, they saw that the life was much happier. And that's the study which was published in cases. So you can choose what kind of life you want, and obviously it will be inevitable. All of us. I was really stressed when Emma madam called me because we are in NAC 3 cycle and I'm leading the department. You can imagine managing so many people and preparing for the NAC, you have to deliver one program here. So, but I have chosen to handle it and I enjoyed the process. So, you will also find ways to handle some of this. With this, I conclude my talk. Thank you so much for patiently. Yeah, to have.
Anybody has any questions to ask, sir? Feel free to ask. Nobody will scold you or nobody will stop you. You can ask. Can be anything. No doubt, sir has covered whatever topic we suggested, has covered everything with an insightful mind. We all enjoyed listening to him. Don't you think so? It was very informative and useful throughout your life. So always seek help, and also when you get opportunity, speak up. That is what I would say. You should ask. No questions? No questions. I would like to thank Kishore sir for joining us in spite of his busy schedule. I ask Professor Rajeshri to hand over a memento to sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir. We'll have a break till 12 p.m. 12 noon. Then we'll start the next session at 12. Please stay back. I think your group lead will take attendance. Then you can take a break.